A wise man once said, an ancient proverb, you are not an actual YouTuber until you have background lighting. I thought I'd try something new with this video, try a different angle, not relying on too much natural lighting as I do have some lights now in my studio, so we're moving on up. And you might see in the background here my wonderful little assistant here, my little Sheba North. Anyway, welcome back to the channel. Xander here with another video. As someone who has fallen in love with the sport of snowboarding and grown up most of my life here in South Florida, we don't exactly have snowfall. I mean, we have a different kind of snow. We're not about that kind of snow here in this channel. I wish there was some way to sort of extend my snow season. And down here in South Florida, it's very flat. We don't have mountains. We have landfills, and you can't snowboard those.
You're going to only see right here on Local 10 a stinky situation and a whole lot of trash talk going on. Waste Management wants to extend and expand its landfill.
So a larger landfill is probably going to stink a little bit more, but there's so many homes and businesses that are all around these landfills that only continue to grow.
We do have wakeboarding, and that's something I want to try out eventually. But that's besides the point. So I thought to myself, how can I stay in shape besides traditional gym and workouts? How can I stay in shape and improve my skill set so come ski season and snowboarding season, I am more than ready to take it to the next level? Then the thought occurred to me, perhaps I can try out skateboarding. And truthfully, the only experience I have with skating is I've done ice skating only maybe a handful of times. I've done roller rink skating when I was younger for summer camps. That's about it. I just have snowboarding background and some skiing. So then I fell down the beautiful YouTube algorithm rabbit hole of watching skateboarding videos and longboarding videos. Before I knew it, my watch later list was filled with all sorts of longboarding beginner tips, longboard reviews, wheel reviews, etc, etc, etc. I found myself working up the courage to finally visit my local skate shop here in South Beach, and my buddy Bobby was kind enough to tag along.
Oh yeah. Creative ways to tear our ACL.
And we kind of picked the store owner's mind a little bit. From my experience, if you're looking at trying skateboarding or longboarding or going into the sport blind, go visit your local skate shop. That is probably the best advice I can give you. Try out the boards, look at them, get a feel for what feels right on your feet and for yourself. I got to try out all sorts of Landyachtz and Arbor boards over there, and I finally did find one I kind of liked, and it was a longboard. And when I spun the board around and looked at the price sticker on it, I was just flabbergasted. The price, it was a $220 board, and it was marked up at $400 something. I think $420. No. Practically 100% markup value. I got myself out of there before I fell for that tourist trap, and I felt bad for whoever does go to that store and buys that board, because they're ripping you off. Just make sure you do your research, people. Look online. Don't buy the first thing you find.
It's always good to try out the board before you buy it. Like, I was always afraid to fell into that fever of shopping online and checking out these summer sales. I was afraid I'm gonna buy this board and I'm gonna hate it, or it doesn't feel right. So it was good to go to your local skate shop and try out the board.
Yep.
But man, those prices were ridiculous.
Yeah, man. Be realistic about what kind of skating you're gonna do. Like, are you gonna be in the park, or are you gonna be doing cruising?
Right.
Or are you gonna carve?
And it's always good to try out those category of boards, feel them, and maybe even at least test out a little bit of a ride outside the store, which the owner was able to do. Thank you, man. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
What was his name again?
So when I went back home, I went ahead and I ordered the board I thought would be perfect for me. Bobby was kind enough to spend some time with me and challenge me to sharpen my basics with the longboard. He pointed out a few things too that I missed. Big shout out to you, Bobby. I really appreciate you taking the time to teach me. And that's another second piece of advice I'd give people that are trying something new. Hang out with people who are 100 times better than you. That is the best way to challenge yourself, to keep up with them, and pick up some of their good habits too, which I assume if they're really good at a sport, they have a lot of good habits, right? That's probably the easiest way to learn. Pair up with someone who's a lot better than anyone else you think, and just try to keep up with them. Before you know it, you're gonna pick up the sport. Oh, and the longboard I did settle on, I went for the Landyachtz Drop Cat 38-inch longboard. It's been such a blast to cruise around in and get some carving in. And I don't know if you guys can see, I already did break this sucker in. I've got some war scars already on that board. That's the first thing that a lot of people warn you about too, is just like the minute you get your board, don't be afraid to go to some like rail and just mess that thing up. Because these graphics and designs, as awesome and cool as they are, they're gonna get scratched up. And don't be afraid when they do get scratched up. Some of our streets here in Miami Beach, or rather trails, I'm not confident enough to go on these streets yet. And another word of advice, don't trust Miami Beach drivers, or Miami in general. Miami drivers are a different breed. They are the worst. I think we have consistently ranked some of the worst in driver etiquette. Don't try it.
Don't try it.
Just, it's not worth your life. We do have bicycle lanes, but even those lanes turn into like actual car lanes, and they, I don't know, says, you know, it's like Mad Max out here, you know, just go for it. You live, you die, you live again, right? Anyway, I went over some treacherous old pavement. Some of that trail was just like split wide open with these ginormous cracks, and either crabs live there or iguanas are messing up. They're actually an invasive species here down in South Florida, fun fact. Or at any moment, I don't know, the spawn of Satan are gonna crawl out of those cracks because those things were ungodly. Anyway, I thought I could go over it, and that's how I ended up scratching some of this board up. That's the problem with longboards too, is that they're so low to the ground that you can't exactly take these things to skate parks from what I've seen and try to go over any of those crazy humps, because it's not gonna turn out so well. Correct me if I'm wrong. If there are any experienced or seasoned skaters, please let me know in the comments. Should I try skate parks with a longboard? I'm sure you can cruise around in some skate parks, but I don't know, man. I think you should probably get a skateboard or a cruiser if you're gonna go to a skate park, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm new to this sport. I don't know what I'm talking about. I suck at my job. The reason I also went for a longboard too is that I'm a bigger dude. I'm a bigger guy, and I'm in the middle of a strenuous weight loss journey. I have big feet too, wider feet too, so it just felt right for me to try out with a longboard first. I'm probably gonna eventually go for a cruiser skateboard so I can actually have something a little bit smaller, a little bit more nimble, and to maybe try to do tricks. Try to go to a skate park, I don't know. I'm not Tony Hawk. I'm not, but I got the 72 millimeter Fat Hogs on their bare trucks. So, and another thing I was looking for too when I was purchasing the longboard is I needed some spacing with the wheels here. As you can see, you have some spacing here from board and wheel to allow you to carve out there. So definitely something that was very important for me, and it just feels great to be on this board. It feels like I'm in control. I'm very stable with this board, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to just cruise around and carve with this thing. I'm still improving on the carving aspect. And let me tell you, these wheels can almost handle everything you can throw at it. It's been a pretty responsive board. I love it. So I think we are done talking about why I'm trying longboarding and what board I went for. So let's get it.
Also, really quick, guys, it goes without saying, whenever you're experiencing outdoor activities, action adventure sports like cycling, snowboarding, or even skateboarding, always important to remember to wear your helmet. That's the difference between saving your life and being in the ER. So it's always cool to be safe, kiddos. Remember that. Trying to get that speed down. Sometimes I just bail when I get too much speed on the longboard, but we're getting there. It's a work in progress. I'm able to pretty much break my board in here and get some carving in, some basics, get my stance and balance down. But it's been a nice blessing finding this area to practice and not have to worry about getting hit by a car. out here practicing my carving, getting the basics down with longboarding, and I'm addicted. I love it. It's like I'm on a snowboard on cement, and it's great. I get to work on, now that if you've been following my videos, I realize I am goofy. My stance is actually goofy, so this gives me an opportunity to actually fine-tune my goofy stance and actually work on my mechanics and basics on the goofy stance. So that's been great. Before you rag on me, I know I'm not wearing traditional skate shoes. I've been told I should wear something with a little bit more sole and gum, like Vans or Skechers, or you know, those New Balance skate shoes. I've heard that they do hurt people's feet after a while, and I don't have an actual like flat foot. It's almost flat, but these shoes I have on are Asics, and they're all trail hiking running shoes, and I have another pair of running shoes I use for longboarding, and it doesn't bother me at all. It actually feels very comfortable. But rest assured, I did order a pair of New Balance shoes, skate shoes actually, and I'm hoping, well, I'm gonna test them out, see what the rave is all about, and see if they actually do improve my skating. Everyone tells me that those shoes are great for stabilization, but comfort is more important to me. But like I said, these running shoes aren't all that bad, but I'm sure skate shoes are meant to give you more stabilization and more foot grip to board, like transition. I don't know. Educate me. Let me know down in the comments below. What do you guys think? Am I a madman for going out in running shoes longboarding? Not bad for a beginner, huh? All right, so it is, I think this is day 4 or 5 of me practicing longboarding. Bobby's here with me again.
How's it going?
Unfortunately, we weren't able to check out the boardwalk. It was pretty busy for a weekend, and I'm not confident enough with that kind of crowd. So we're out here, back in our spot.
Yeah,
just
we found a cul-de-sac. We're just gonna practice our like fundamentals and some tricks back here.
fell down the rabbit hole looking up some beginner's tricks, so I'm gonna try some kick flips and maybe work on that pivot. We'll see how that goes, but remember what I emphasized: always hang out with someone so much better than you. They'll push you to greater heights.
Oh shoot. Well, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course, dude. Let's get it.
Yeah, dude.
You almost had it.
All right, let's work on a fundamentals drill here. What I think we should do is work on having like our front foot sort of like square, like mid-front here. Just coasting along, staying kind of.
All right, we got this. We got this. All right, this is me attempting those one-legged kick flips that I saw on YouTube. Hey, let's go. Yo, when the camera's rolling. Hey, let's go, dude. Dude, are you a longboarder? There you go. They're honking for you, dude. Sessions again, man. Appreciate you coming out, dude. Bobby's working on that pivot, and it's inspired me to try to do that too. I understand you gotta like shift your shoulders and like your waist to get that action, but I'll get there eventually. I think Bobby's getting closer than I ever will to a pivot.
I'm stoked about the running starts. That's what I'm excited to work on and to keep perfecting.
Dude, a couple of those were
feeling.
like effortless from your part, from what I saw. Like you were running with your board and you hopped right on and kept it going. Like there was nice steez to it, you know what I
I
mean?
appreciate that. That's what I go for.
In case you don't know what steez means, here's your definition.
Style with ease.
There you go. There you go. It's a noun, I think, right? Noun?
Noun.
Sometimes adverb, adjective, right?
Absolutely. It could be everything.
It could be everything. I like that. On that note, we'll end the video there. I guess this was like my 5-day progress report. I guess I'll do a couple weeks from now or a month or a montage. I don't know. I'll make a video out of it.
Yeah, man. It was a blast. We'll keep practicing the fundamentals, and yeah,
Yeah.
in no time we'll be down at that boardwalk.
Absolutely. If you guys have any tips or advice for beginner on longboards, let's hear in the comments. Roast my shoes. Let's hear in the comments too. I understand you shouldn't use running shoes, but I'm out here longboarding. So
Hey,
on that note,
gotta do something, right?
catch you all in the next one. Peace.
Catch you later, guys.